Hey everyone, welcome back. Another segment of the MCR. Mac is to my left. My name is TJ. And in this segment, we would like to address, on occasion, we've had comments directed toward us about why do we even bother voting, as if the act of voting has reached a point of foolishness.
Yeah, you're a fool if you vote.
Yeah, and
because Republicans and Democrats, they're all the same.
Or the Democrats are implementing their willy-nilly ways to such an extent, as if our voting validated that whole nonsense. I've been struggling as to how to respond to this.
Yeah, and so you're usually talking to me on social media. I answer the vast majority of the comments.
And then he'll text me or call me and say, "Oh, you won't believe what this one guy said."
Yeah, that's right.
So, I've kind of actually I heard this on a talk show. And it just went so in line with what I was thinking. So here we go. Let me lay a little history on you guys. All right. Quintus Ennius. He is viewed as the father of Roman literature.
It sounds a lot like a Latin name.
Quintus Ennius. He was born 239 BC and died 169 BC, and yes, we said BC. Okay, and if you're familiar with how dates operate, it goes from larger to smaller when referring to BC years.
Right.
Okay. He wrote, and I don't know when he wrote this, but I'll say 200-ish BC, give or take a decade, and I do believe that will be close enough. He wrote. And I love this quote. "The victor is not victorious if the vanquished does not consider himself so." And, that's, I guess, what you said. You got to keep fighting. And as long as you keep fighting, are they really victorious? In other words, if you give up. When you do give up, well, now they are the victor.
Well, I haven't given this answer to those kind of comments yet, but I will here in the future if I see another one. What's your solution? What's your plan? Oh, you'll advise us to go out and start a civil war in which we'll get killed in and go to prison, and why aren't we assassinating people? Well, first off, we're not murderers. We're both Christian males.
I also I'll reference a quote from an old-time Southern minister: "A test of a man's character is what it takes to stop you." Okay? We vote because we can't stop fighting, the liberals.
And that's why we do this channel still. I'll admit, after the election, I thought, I don't even know what we can talk about now. What difference are we making? Did we sway anybody? And even if we did sway a bunch of people, and I have no way to know this, if you feel like you've been swayed by this channel, let us know in the comment section. But I thought, what's the point? Why even bother?
If nothing else,
I'm almost falling into that category with those idiots.
If nothing else, I always approached this as letting the common guy know you're not alone.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're feeling what you're feeling. Yeah. We're just average people trying to make it to retirement.
Well, I'm there.
But it's just it's just one of these things where what's the use of voting? Well, if you're going to adopt that position, then the Democrats have won.
You've surrendered.
They
don't look at it that way, but they're
conceded.
They're hands up, don't vote. Hands up, don't vote. That's what they're doing.
And when I heard this on the radio show, I'm very seriously I almost feel like making this into a plaque. The victor is not victorious if the vanquished does not consider himself so. You haven't conquered me. What do you mean you've won? I'm still standing. You know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Not to say that we're ignorant of what's pretty clearly a stacked deck against our kind of people right now. I mean,
yes.
You have the President of the United States saying that Elon Musk needs to be investigated. That's a Soviet Union shit.
Yeah.
This is Banana Republic shit.
And Michigan is New York now.
Yeah.
Well, we lost the state legislatures. I dread to think what will become of us in 3 to 5 years.
Well, Gretchen Whitmer,
if even that long.
Gretchen Whitmer says she's going to put her foot on the accelerator for progressive policies now.
And here's a shame.
And why shouldn't she?
Here's a shameless tease of a future segment, which we're going to do in a couple of weeks, because it will require some time on my part. But how bad does it have to get for the Democrat supporters to come to their senses? And I want to. There's a very specific task I want to do and must do to really make that point. How bad? Just how bad must it get? I mean, it's bad now, and I'm going to show people how bad it already is, but it's clearly not bad enough.
No.
It's clearly not bad enough. And that I could go on that, but just, don't consider yourself vanquished. That's all I can tell you.
Well, here's another thing.
Keep on keeping
Again,
on.
what is their solution other than to tell other people to do violence on people? That they're not doing it. Why don't you go out and do it? Not that we're suggesting that clearly, but why are you always suggesting someone else step forward and do what you want and get the punishment and perhaps be killed while you sit back and snicker?
So that's all I got. If you got anything else on this?
No.
All right. And like I said, in a couple weeks, be looking for my rant on just how much worse, how bad must it become for people to come to their senses. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.